Windows and file management. Now, you should know about managing the files and folders in a computer, as you are familiar with Windows 10 also. Windows 10 is very advanced and makes it easy to manage files and folders. You can explore, search, open, save, and delete file or folder. Saving a file. To save your file in any folder or disk in the computer, follow the steps. Step 1. Click on File menu. Step 2. Click on Save. Step 3. Select the drive or folder where you want to save your file. For example, you can select Desktop. Step 4. Give a specific name to your file so that you can identify it. For example, you can give name as hand drawing. Step 5. Then click on Save button. Thus, your file will be saved in computer and you can open and use it next time. Opening a file. To open previously created file in any folder in the computer, follow these steps. Step 1. Click on Start button. Step 2. Click on File Explorer. Step 3. Select the folder where your file is present. For example, you can open the last saved file on the desktop. Step 4. Double-click on the file icon. Thus, the file will open on the screen. Copying a file or folder. Sometimes you need to copy a file or folder from one place to another on the computer. For example, if you want to copy a folder named Images from E drive and keep the same as duplicate in D drive, then take the steps as shown here. Step 1. Click on Start button. Step 2. Click on File Explorer. Step 3. Explore the drive or folder in which your original file or folder is existing. For example, you can find your Images folder in E drive. Step 4. Click it to select. Step 5. Right-click the mouse and select Copy option from the right-click menu. You can also use Ctrl+C keys as shortcut for copying the file or folder. Pasting a file or folder. Once you copy a file or folder, it requires to be pasted where you want to keep the duplicate of it. The method of pasting it is as shown here. Step 1. Click on Start button. Step 2. Click on File Explorer. Step 3. Explore the disk or folder where you want to keep the duplicate file or folder. For example, you can explore the D drive. Step 4. Right-click with the mouse and select the Paste option from the right-click menu. Then, your file or folder appears as shown here. In this case, Images folder appears in D drive. Moving a file or folder. When you copy-paste a file or folder, the duplicate file or folder is created. If you want to move a file or folder from one place to another place, then you can use cut and paste command. The paste command will be used very same as used with copy command in previous instance. Let's learn how to use cut command for moving the file or folder. Step 1. Click on Start button. Step 2. Open the File Explorer. Step 3. Select the file or folder that you want to move. Step 4. Right-click by mouse. Select Cut option from the right-click menu. Step 5. Go to the drive or folder where you want to keep the shifted file or folder. Step 6. Then use the paste command using right-click menu. You can also use Ctrl plus X keys as shortcut in place of cut command. Thus, the file or folder will be copied to new destination and will be removed from the original place. Working with multiple applications. Managing multiple application windows is one of the most common tasks that you perform in the Windows operating system. In Windows 10, the new Task View and Virtual Desktop feature makes it easy for you to spread out multiple applications. Also, the enhanced Snap feature provides you with a great way to view and work with multiple applications on the same screen. Let's take a closer look. Task View. Task View spreads out all currently open windows so that you can see all of them at the same time. Windows 10 can create multiple desktops in Task View option called Virtual Desktops. Once you have created multiple desktops, they appear in Task View at the bottom as Desktop 1, Desktop 2, Desktop 3, etc. Each of desktop holds their own set of application windows. You can easily switch between these desktops at many times. For example, on each desktop, you can have the applications and documents pertaining to a particular task. When you need to jump from one task to another, you just need to switch desktops. No minimizing and maximizing windows needs to get back to work. Each desktop has its own taskbar that displays only those applications that are on that desktop. It's a very efficient system, and it definitely allows you to be more organized. Accessing Task View. To access Task View and create a new desktop, just click its button on the taskbar. Next, click the New Desktop button. You'll then see a thumbnail preview of the new desktop, labeled as Desktop 2, appear alongside the current desktop, labeled as Desktop 1, in the user interface. Then, you can click on any application among all the open applications and can work on it. Searching a file or folder. If you want to search a file or folder in your computer, then you can take the steps as shown here. Step 1. Open the File Explorer from the Start menu. Step 2. If you know the disk, then select it. Otherwise, click on the This PC button and then click on Search this PC box. Type the file or folder name that you want to search. For example, If you are searching for Images 2017 folder, so click on Search this PC box and type Images 2017 there. Step 3. Press Enter key and wait for some time. When the search will be completed, the file or folder will appear on the screen. Various file formats. In a computer, a file format is the layout of a file in terms of how the data within the file is organized. A program that uses the data in a file must be able to recognize and possibly access data within the file. For example, the program that you call a web browser is able to process and display a file in the HTML file format so that it appears as a web page, but it cannot display a file in a format designed for Microsoft's Excel program. A particular file format is often indicated as part of a file's name by a file name extension, suffix. Conventionally, the extension is separated by a period from the name and contains 3 or 4 letters that identify the format. There are as many different file formats as there are different programs to process the files. A few of the more common file formats are .doc, Microsoft Word document, .docs, Microsoft Word 2007 document, .html, Hypertext Markup Language opens in any web browser, .pdf, Portable Document Format opens in Acrobat Reader, .ppt, Microsoft PowerPoint presentation opens in Microsoft PowerPoint, .txt, text document opens in Notepad or WordPad, .xls, Microsoft Excel spreadsheet opens in MS Excel, .bmp, Windows bitmap opens in MS Paint or any photo editor or photo viewer, .jpg, JPEG compliant image opens in any photo editor or photo viewer, .mp3, compressed audio file opens in media player, .rar, WinRAR compressed archive opens with WinRAR or WinZip, .zip, compressed archive file opens with Windows Unzip, WinRAR or WinZip.